or hey, what are the 5 things you can do when you're looking to put your home on the market? That type of value added content, I was doing that way back when. So if I got parachuted into an area and I want to start again, I would focus on getting the listings, focus on the leads to match those leads to your listings, and focus on the most dollar productive activities that you can possibly do. And if so, one of the ways that you can generate those leads immediately is, believe it or not, through open houses. And people say, do open houses really work? Well, yeah, they do. And I'll tell you how they do. As long as you provide something of value to that consumer, not just put an open house sign out there and say, come out here 2 to 4. You have to provide something of value. What are they looking for? They're looking for deals and steals. That's what buyers want. So you give them a free list of foreclosures of their area. You give them, something of value whenever they come in there. It's called a commodity exchange. You come to my open house, I'll give you something of value. And that's basically what it is. And so not to mention you have a chance to promote that seller's house of who you're representing as well and possibly sell that. So, there's many different ways to do that, but I would focus on that. I would focus on being different in the marketplace. Do things a little bit different than what the other consumers are doing. Go host a seller seminar, because a lot of sellers don't know how to sell a house. What do I got to do first? How does the process work? Do I got to get it staged? Do I get it priced first? Do I get it appraised? Do I get it inspected? They don't know that type of stuff. A buyer seminar. Well, a lot of buyers think you got to pay realtor commissions when buying a house. But in reality, they don't. So they need to know that type of stuff. What are the 5 common mistakes that a buyer looks for when buying a home? How do you prevent those, and so forth and so on? So you're trying to give value-added content through seminars as well. That's a very, very good way to generate business and be different. Now with webinars and with podcasts and all the different things that you have available through the different media outlets that we have in technology, it's very easy to get your message out there. And so I encourage you to do it that way, because you can you basically can reach the masses at a faster level than having to send actual mail or having to send a mail out or whatever the case may be, other older conventional methods.
Yeah, that's awesome. I can't even follow up with that. That was just so concrete and authoritative. So, Darren, thank you so much. Is there anything else you'd like to our audience tends to skew a little, they're in that 10 to 30 transaction. What would you say to those people looking to get up to maybe 50, 60, 70 transactions a year? What would you say it takes to make that jump, or something they should do to get to that next level?
Well, I think the first thing is don't think it's going to fall in your lap, because it won't. Don't rely on phone duty. This is a contact sport. So you have to get out there and make contacts. And you gotta pick up the phone. You gotta learn your scripts, learn your dialogues, learn how to give value-added content to the consumer, because that's the shift now. Is inbound marketing is the big shift that we have coming down the pipes. And so you have to look at ways to provide value-added content. And one of the things that I recommend, and not a plug for your site or any of that, but your site is fantastic when it comes to blogging, because it tells you exactly how to blog. How many people. I wrote a blog post about a builder that I met at a local granite and flooring store here locally in Baton Rouge.
Okay.
And within 24 hours, my blog was ranking on the first page of Google. In 24 hours. Yeah. And so I'm like, man, I've been trying to do this for 10 years, 15 years, whatever it is. And it's like, oh my God, how in the heck did that happen? And so looking at that, I would find systems and platforms to where you can give the most value to the consumer in the fastest way possible, whether that be through blog posts, whether that be through television, if they can afford that, radio. 10 transactions a year, depends on what their price point is. They're doing 10 $1 million transactions a year. That's 10 million in production. That's a pretty daggone good income. Yeah. It's fantastic. And so looking at their numbers, you have to develop a plan. And anytime you have a plan, you have a direction in which you can go from start to finish. And so anybody who's at the 10 transaction, 20 transaction, 30 transaction that wants to get to the next level, have them call me. I'll be more than happy to complimentary give them talk to me and just see where they're at in their business, what they've implemented here. Because one of the things I've learned about this business is if you've ever been fishing and you go in your local tackle store, there's a lot of tackle on the shelf and there's a lot of lures out there. And basically a lot of those lures will catch fishermen, but not necessarily catch fish. Same thing in this business. There's a lot of things that are gimmicks out there that don't necessarily work, and will cost you tons of money in basically trial and error. And so, learn. I'm a big person. I share. I'm a big share person. And so, with me running a faith-based organization and me trying to always do the right thing, I'm all about trying to help somebody get to the next step in life. I love that. I love to see people succeed. And so if I can help anybody out there succeed to get to the next step, I'm all about that. So they can reach out to me anytime, and it's no problem whatsoever.
That is all. And what's the best place for them to find you? Your website, your phone number? What's the best way to reach out?
My website is www.agent225.com. Cool. And I also have www.darrenjamesrealtor.com. And that's the best one, Darren James Realtor. And love it. It's absolutely phenomenal. And my cell number is on the website as well. And if they want to, they can go to bookdarren.com, DARREN, and they can schedule a time to talk with me. And like I said, I'm here to help in any way I possibly can, to help them be successful. And I really appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to come here and talk today. You're doing fantastic things with your systems, doing fantastic things with your websites. You have a fantastic staff. I can't speak volume of your staff and what you're trying to grow, because, man, when I first got into a business and running a business, I thought it was going to be easy. This is not easy.
It's not easy running a business.
In the world, besides being a parent, it's hard being a parent, thinking am I giving them the best advice? Am I, leading them in the right path and teaching them the right values and so forth? And so, what you're building in your business, Tyler, is something that everybody can be happy with. It's a system that you're putting together, a system, an all-inclusive system on the back end of your site with the pages that you create, the blogging system that you have, everything that you have there on the back end of your site is nothing short of phenomenal for a beginning agent or a seasoned agent. It's just really a good system. And it's a solid system, because there's a lot of things that I mentioned earlier. I haven't found any systems that do all the communication that I like. That's what keeps me up at night. If I had that, I wouldn't have to do this anymore. Well, your website system that you have, it's really, really close to perfect. It's very, very good.
Well, we're not there. We're trying. We're shipping some stuff next week that might make it a little better. But
that's right. It's all about process improvement. So how can you always be giving value to your people that are wanting to do business with you? And that's the key. Is always give value. And that's what I strive for the newer agents out there. Just give value to the people who work with you. And one of the things I learned a long time ago, there's no commission that's worth the lifetime value of a client. And so always be upfront, always do the right thing, always tell the truth, and you'll be okay. And it's all going to work out no matter what. It's all going to work out, and they can be as successful as they want. All they have to do is remember the difference between success and failure is implementation, and they just need to implement.
Yeah. I couldn't have said it better myself. So, Darren, thanks for hopping on. I hope everyone checks out your site, checks out what you're doing, because it's absolutely fantastic. So thanks for your time today, man.
Absolutely. You too, my friend. Thank you again. I'm honored to be part of it.
Bye now.
Thanks for listening to In the Lead. If you've enjoyed the show, be sure to subscribe in iTunes or Stitcher and leave us an honest review. For more great content like this, check out our blog at easyagentpro.com.